And Jessica, the courtroom was packed, and the confession stunning. After more than 2.5 years, we finally heard Bryan Kohberger say the words out loud, guilty to 4 counts of first-degree murder. And still, for some of the families, that was not enough. The Chapins arrived to the courthouse with family around them, Stacy, Jim, Hunter, and Maisie. They came to see Ethan's killer in person, to face him, and to hear the person who stabbed their son and took the life of their brother say he did it. They support the plea deal, saying that their kids are going to avoid now years of potential delays and appeals, but that is not the case for the family of Kaylee Gonsalves. They wanted a trial, and they wanted the death penalty. Defiant as they arrived, Steve Gonsalves protested prosecutors' decision by refusing to go inside the courthouse.
Is this justice?
No.
No?
No. We're going.
Are you guys going to be in the courtroom today?
Keep going.
Some of us will.
Okay.
All ready?
The Gonsalves family wanted prosecutors to amend the deal, requiring Kohberger to give a full confession and the location of the murder weapon. That did not happen. And inside the courtroom, you really could feel the weight of this day. For the Chapin family, the heartbreak was palpable, and the tears were streaming. I could see them with napkins wiping away their tears. Hunter at one point having his face almost down in his lap as he heard just the gruesome details of what happened in the death of his brother. Now, Maddie Mogan's family also supports this plea deal, and through their attorney, they expressed gratitude for all of the many people who they say put the victims first.
We are grateful for the gift of her life, and we have grieved the loss of that life during each of these 962 days. We love you, Maddie, and we miss you. We support the plea agreement 100%. While we know there are some who do not support it, we ask that they respect our belief that this is the best outcome possible for the victims, their families, and the state of Idaho.
Now, my colleague Jim Nelson was also in the courtroom with me, and he joins us live now. So, Jim, what struck you?
Well, really, it was just that overall tone and the fact that we heard from Kohberger for the very first time, although he did not say much, really just answered the judge's questions, although I did see him whispering into the ear of his attorney at times. He also nodded to somebody in the front row of the crowd, kind of just felt like an acknowledgement that that person was there. I don't know who that was. It's worth pointing out this was really the first time that he had significant support in the courtroom. His parents were actually just a couple of rows in front of me. They, like the family of the victims, watched as the now admitted killer walked into the courtroom. They listened as he admitted to the crimes, murder 4 times. Crimes he said were willful, deliberate, and malicious. The prosecutor outlined the evidence they would have presented at trial: cell phone records, security footage, and DNA evidence linking blood at the scene to a piece of garbage at Kohberger's parents' house.
Mr. Kohberger entered the residence at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho. He did that with the intent to kill. We will not represent that he intended to commit all of the murders that he did that night, but we know that that is what resulted.
Coming up at 6:30, I will show you the new document that has been filed with the clerk of court's office, hand signed by Kohberger himself, as he outlines the crimes he's now admitted to doing. Joyce, it's one thing to hear him say it, it's another thing to see it in writing.
Jim, thank you. I'll be back with you at 6:30 tonight. Earlier this morning, we heard from former King County Superior Court Judge Timothy Bradshaw, who spoke to what he thought might have been going through the victims' families' minds as they heard this confession.
Yeah, so they're having to keep everything inside. This is all new to them. It's not new to the court, to the attorneys. They see it all the time, so you get a little numb to it. This is all new to them. They're trying to, make sense of it all. How does this help them? How does this recognize their loved ones? And it was a pretty stale event, I would think, for them. All we heard from the murderer was, yes, that's it. You heard from the prosecutor. You never heard from the victim's family, which is understandable, but they will be heard from at the sentencing.
So King 5 will be right back here in Boise in 3 weeks for that sentencing. And The families will have for the first time the chance to personally address Bryan Kohberger, to tell him how all of this has impacted them. That's coming up in 3 weeks. For now, Joyce Taylor with Jim Nelson here in Boise, Idaho. Back to you, Jessica.